Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head.
Have you ever heard of the contralateral variations of the lunge or split squat? Basically, what that means is you're holding a different weight on each side as you're performing the exercise. For example, think of a split squat where you're holding just one dumbbell in the left hand and you're standing in your staggered stance with the right foot forward. That's what's considered contralateral. Me, personally, I'm a huge fan of the contralateral variation. A lot of it is because it increases activation in the gluteus medius, which is located on the back side of the hip. While this muscle gets most of the attention from fitness influencers that are trying to promote a booty building program, but the real value is how it keeps the knees stable, thus reducing the risk of injuries like a torn ACL. Welcome to the Workout Nerd Out. I'm Julio Lopez. I've got my master's degree in nutrition, as well as being a certified strength and conditioning specialist and a certified personal trainer with over 8 years of experience in personal training. Adding a contralateral variation of the split squat, lunge, or even a step up can help you improve knee stability, as well as strengthen and grow size in the gluteus medius. The first thing, increase gluteus medius activation. One of the main functions of the gluteus medius is to help with knee stability. This becomes exponentially important if you play sports that require a lot of jumping and cutting side to side, such as soccer, football, or even basketball. If the gluteus medius is weak, it lacks the capacity to keep the knee stable, thus allowing it to cave in and putting a lot of strain, possibly tearing the ACL. By using a contralateral variation, you can strengthen the gluteus medius muscle. First off, how do we know if a contralateral variation of a lunge or a split squat increases activation in the gluteus medius? The EMG, which is short for electromyography, measures the electrical activity of muscles during an exercise. A 2016 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that contralateral split squats, that is, holding the dumbbell on the side opposite of the front foot, resulted in significantly greater EMG activity in the gluteus medius when compared to a traditional split squat, where you're holding the same dumbbells on each side. A 2018 study in the International Journal of Sports Physical Therapy found that contralateral lunges with a resisted band up over the shoulder of the side opposite to the forward leg produce significantly greater hip abduction torque compared to doing lunges with the band on the same side as the forward leg. Hip abduction torque is a force generated in the gluteus medius to pull the leg away from the midline of the body, thereby reducing some of the stress on the ACL. Do you know how contralateral split squats can affect muscle thickness? In case you didn't know, muscle thickness is a measure of the size and volume of muscles. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research published a study in 2017 indicating that contralateral split squats produce significantly greater muscle thickness in the gluteus medius compared to a traditional and ipsilateral, that is, holding a dumbbell on the same side of the working leg, split squats. Second thing, time under tension. In case you didn't know, time under tension is basically like how long the muscle is working. Research indicates that the longer the time under tension, the greater the strength and muscle hypertrophy or muscle growth benefits you'll achieve. However, there is actually such a thing as too much time under tension, where some of those benefits might be reduced. Eccentric loading refers to a type of exercise where the muscles are lengthened under tension, in which the emphasis is more on a slow, steady descent instead of really focusing on the lifting up portion. Usually, heavier weight is used for eccentric loading when you compare it to regular up and down repetition. A study in 2014 in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research suggested that contralateral lunges resulted in greater eccentric loading in the gluteus medius when compared to traditional lunges. How does the tempo of your repetitions affect the gluteus medius activity during contralateral split squats and lunges? A 2016 study said that slowing down the tempo of the movement during contralateral split squats resulted in more time under tension. It is believed the more muscle hypertrophy and muscle growth. Researchers believe that increasing the range of motion during contralateral split squats and lunges can also increase the time under tension in the gluteus medius, which may be able to produce greater gains in muscle size and strength. There was a study that was published in the Journal of Sports Sciences in 2019 saying that contralateral split squats with a deeper range of motion produce more time under tension in the gluteus medius than split squats where the depth was not quite as deep. a little more shallow. It's possible that if you were to increase the range of motion, such as doing a deficit split squat, this could produce more gains in strength and muscle size. The third thing, greater gluteus medius strength. As mentioned earlier, lacking strength in the gluteus medius can put athletes, whether professional, amateur, or recreational, at great risk of serious knee injury, such as a torn ACL. Weaker gluteus medius muscles can allow the knee to cave in, which puts a lot of pressure on the ACL. When the stress is great enough, that's where a torn ACL can occur. This usually happens when a person has a knee slightly bent, such as landing from a jump, or cutting from side to side while running. As mentioned earlier, extending the range of motion as you perform a contralateral split squat is a great way to increase strength in the gluteus medius. The 2019 study that was published in the Journal of Sports Sciences suggested that a deeper range of motion resulted in significantly greater activation in the gluteus medius compared to a traditional split squat. This suggests that the greater range of motion can recruit more muscle fibers in the gluteus medius, therefore leading to gaining more strength in that muscle. Contralateral split squats are a great way to improve muscle length and flexibility. A study published in the Journal of Athletic Training in 2014 found that a dynamic warm-up that included a contralateral lunge with deeper range of motion improved flexibility in the gluteus medius muscle. With improved muscle length and flexibility in the gluteus medius, this could lead to being able to perform exercises with greater range of motion, therefore increasing strength gains further. As a person gets older, especially those that worked a particularly physical job over their careers, living with pain might be making life difficult. A 2013 study in which a 6-week program of contralateral lunges with a deeper range of motion improved hip muscle strength and reduced pain and disability in patients with patellofemoral pain syndrome. It's believed that strengthening the gluteus medius through increased range of motion can help prevent injuries and relieve pain associated with certain conditions. In conclusion, while at first glance it may appear a bit odd to see someone doing a split squat or lunge holding different weights or just weights on one side of their body as opposed to having the weight equaled while they're performing the exercise. But now you know that there are a lot of great benefits to doing the contralateral variation of those exercises. Not only can the contralateral lunge or split squat reduce your lower body pain, but it may even prevent or minimize the possibility of suffering an injury in the future. So that does it for today's Workout Nerd Out. If you got any questions, feel free to leave one in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you feel like someone you know might benefit from this information, be sure to share it with them. Until next time, I'll see you on the next Workout Nerd Out.